Hi, my name's Alex Burbidge. I'm a health and safety professional with over 20 years experience. I'm here to give you my tips, my tricks, so you can accelerate your career and look effortless in doing it. So I went to see Jordan Peterson live. He's a psychologist, quite a famous guy now. He wrote a book called The 12 Rules of Work. And I took some colleagues along and said, I'll pay for these tickets. Let's go and enlighten ourselves. Just listen to what he's got to say. And what came out of some of his talk was about dominance. And you've got to think yourself as a health and safety professional or any professional, and you say to yourself, do you operate in a dominant way? Do you drive change in your business through sheer passive aggressive pushiness, being direct, being slightly unreasonable? Or are you too agreeable? Are you the opposite? Do you roll over? Do you try and get agreement and you don't drive it? And, he was talking about, he was saying he's speaking to another professor, and this professor was saying, look, dominance, hierarchy, he doesn't agree with it. He doesn't agree that people have a leash around their necks and a bit like a dog with a leash and a lead, and you're getting pulled all the time. And you're saying you've got to do this at work because otherwise this happens. And I think health and safety people, if we're not careful, we can get caught up in that track. We can talk about the doom and the gloom, and we don't look at a different way of motivating people, working with people, saying, well, actually, my personal opinion is that you do need some dominance, but like chimpanzees, if you look at Robert Sapolsky's work on baboons, as those baboons come to the head of the troop, they're aggressive, but actually they're quite agreeable at times. They've got friends, long-term friends, like chimpanzees do as well. They've got friends in these troops, and they survive and live longer in the troop as the alpha, because they're also, helping around with the children, of the troop. The young chimpanzees, the young baboons, they're looking at, obviously, baboons and chimpanzees don't hang out together. They're a different tribe. But basically, it was saying that, whatever that alpha is at the top of the troop, they do speak and live well with the females as well. And if they don't, they get killed off quite quickly or they get castrated. So I think really, if you want long-term longevity in your role, it's all about using some dominance, but also using other techniques, other ways of living, and just being authentic. So if you are an agreeable person, that's great. You might need to develop your dominant side slightly at work. Or if you're very dominant, you need to think about, why am I being dominant? Is it something that's happened in my past? Is it something, I think you worked for me in the past and it continues to work for me, but actually in the long term, it's going to exhaust me and I'm not really going to have a long career. So have a think about that. Give me a like, give me a comment, see what you think. I'll hopefully try and find this great video that John Peterson was talking about this, but I'll speak to you soon. Thanks.